So in this video, we're going to be going over slope and y-intercept, how to find them in a linear equation, and how to solve for them. But first, let's go over the definitions. Slope is how steep a line is. It's also known as rise over run, or the change in y over the change in x. As an example, a steep hill is going to have a large slope, whereas a gentle hill would have a small slope. It tells you basically how steep that hill is. The y-intercept, on the other hand, is the point where the line intercepts the y-axis. It occurs when x equals 0. On the bottom here, we have slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. The reason it's called slope-intercept form is because you can tell the slope and the y-intercept really easily by looking at this equation. So first, y equals mx plus b. M in this case is the slope, aka how steep that hill is, and b is going to be the y-intercept. Like I mentioned before, the y-intercept is a point. So technically, the y-intercept is going to be 0, b. But that b tells us what that intercept value is going to be. Now, let's solve some practice problems. So we're going to find the slope and y-intercepts of the below equations. So we have y equals 2x plus 4. As you can see, it's already in y equals mx plus b format. So we know in this case, m is going to be 2, and we know b is going to be 4. And because of that, we know that the slope is 2, and the y-intercept is going to be 0, 4. Now, let's solve this question right here. It's not in slope-intercept form, so you can't easily tell what the slope and y-intercept are going to be. So let's convert it to y equals mx plus b form first. Y minus 3 equals 4 times x, which is 4x, plus 4 times negative 2, which is negative 8. And then let's move this 3 over because we need to get it to y equals mx plus b. And we get y equals 4x minus 5. Now that it's in slope-intercept form, we know that m equals 4 and b equals negative 5. Knowing that, we know that the slope is 4 and the y-intercept is 0, negative 5. Now let's look at this equation below. 3y equals 9x minus 12. While you might be tempted to say that the slope, or m, is 9, we have to remember that slope-intercept form only has one y on the left, right? And this has 3. So we have to divide it first. Get rid of that 3. So we get y equals 9 divided by 3, which is 3. X minus 12 divided by 4, which is going to be 4. Sorry, I meant 12 divided by 3 equals 4. So because of that, we know that m equals 3 and b equals negative 4. So here we have slope is equal to 3, and we have y-intercept as 0, negative 4. Lastly, we have this equation on the right, y equals 7. While this equation might look a little bit different than what we're expecting, can we still find the slope and y-intercept from this? The answer is yes, because y equals 7 can be rewritten as y equals 0x plus 7. And with that, m would be equal to 0, and b would equal to 7. So slope would be 0, and y-intercept would be 0, 7. Also, if we think about this, y equals 7 is a horizontal line, which means no matter how much x changes, y is always going to be 7. So it should make sense that the slope is 0, because it's basically 0 divided by whatever change in x you have, which is going to be 0. Now, let's practice doing the reverse. As we know, we're looking for an equation that eventually looks like y equals mx plus b. So now we need to find what m is and what b is. As I mentioned before, slope is m, and the y-intercept is at 0, b. So we know this equation is going to look like y equals negative 1x plus 7, which can be simplified to y equals negative x plus 7. And the way that we know this is correct is because when you plug in 0 to x, you get 7 as y. Now let's do the same thing here. The slope is m, and the y-intercept is 0, b. So we're going to have y equals 2x minus 1/2. Plugging in 0, we see that y equals negative 1/2, so we know we're correct. Here, we have slope equals 0, and y-intercept equals 0, 0. So this is m, like before, and this is b. So we know that we get y equals 0x plus 0. So y equals 0 is our answer. Also, just as a hint, whenever you see that the slope of a line is 0, we know it's going to be a horizontal line, because we're saying that no matter how much the x changes, y doesn't change at all. And plugging in 0, 0, we see that this equation is true. Our last problem is going to be slope equals negative 3, y-intercept equals 0, 4. We know slope is still going to be m, and the y-intercept is still going to be 0, 4. So we know this is going to be y equals negative 3x plus 4. And that's the last problem for this video. Thank you so much for watching.